Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jonathan back again with the Weekly Scuffle, and I'm talking about a certain player by the name of Andrew Wiggins and the way he's just turned around his career. And it's honestly kind of insane. A lot of people, myself included, would have considered Andrew Wiggins a sort of a bust. He was never a horrible player by any means. He was never an Anthony Bennett. He was never often injured like Greg Oden. But he wasn't this superstar guy that was getting comparisons, the Canadian Kobe, the Canadian LeBron. He never became that guy, but at the same time, Andrew Wiggins always had this thing of, he showed the talent, but he never showed he could be part of a winning team. And his career was on a nice upward trajectory until a faded season with none other than Jimmy Butler. I believe he averaged the highest points per game the season before that, averaging 23.4, and then his points per game dropped to around 18 when Jimmy joined the Timberwolves. Of course, the Timberwolves did end up making the playoffs that season by one game, very much on the back of Jimmy Butler, and everybody knows what happened after that. The whole Jimmy Timberwolves debacle, everything that happened, the whole scrimmage game with the G League players, and Wiggins and Cat versus Jimmy. And then after some unforeseen circumstances and future events, Wiggins ended up on the Golden State Warriors, which worked out, you'd think at first glance, for both teams. D'Lo got to play with his boy, Karl Anthony Towns. Wiggins got a fresh start in a place where they didn't need him to be the number one guy. But even then, this player has transformed himself into being an all-star caliber player on one of the top teams in the NBA, and has just shown tonight, which I just finished watching the finals game, that he could be the best player on a championship team. I'm not saying he could do that consistently, and who knows? I mean, we got to keep in mind that Wiggins is only 26. But with that being said, in a game where Curry doesn't show up, first game where in since 2018 where Curry does not hit a three-point shot, only has 16 points on 7 of 22 shooting, Andrew Wiggins comes up clutch, dropping 26 points, 13 rebounds, getting a back-to-back double-double. He had a double-double last game, and he dropped 26 points and 13 rebounds without making a three-point shot. He shot 0 for 6 from three-point range, so he definitely could have had a better game. But even then, Wiggins showed that he's that guy. He showed the talent he possessed. He showed why he was number one pick. And honestly, I think this just shows that not every young player has to be the greatest player of all time in order to not be a bust. And Wiggins, if he does win a championship, I think will have had an amazing career regardless of if he was a number one pick or not. And I think this is great for young players all around the league and for everyone that assumes every number one pick, every top three pick has to be a superstar right away. Sometimes you just got to let the players play, let their careers unfold, and watch and see what happens. Not everyone's going to be LeBron coming to the league and dominate. Not everyone's going to be MJ coming and having a dominant stretch and period of time that he just owned. But with that being said, we'll see how the rest of Wiggins' career plays out. We'll see if he becomes a champion, and see you next time. Peace.